Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. It's really nice to see that everybody has taken the time out of their Saturday night to join this gathering. I want you guys to clear your mind for a moment. Close your eyes if you have to, because I want to tell a story. My topic is the psychology of success, but it's not as easy as it sounds. There was once a lady who had a kid, a baby boy. And another woman came to her when this boy was born. This woman practiced black magic, and she said, if you don't follow these instructions and follow these magical incantations, your baby boy will die. This woman said, my Lord is Allah. The boy died. The next year, it happened again that she was blessed with a baby boy. And again she said, my Lord is Allah. And yet the boy died. This happened again and yet again. Until finally, a boy was born who was to achieve the two highest pinnacles of worldly achievement known to modern man. Hazrat Muhammad Chaudhry Zafrullah Khan Raziyallahu Anhu. This is the psychology of success. It is the perseverance that's true. But we all persevere. What we have is believing in something far greater. And what's brilliant is that psychology isn't just about fixing people who are intellectually or emotionally troubled. It's actually about taking normal people like you and I, well, you guys, and making them extraordinary. Because William James, Abraham Maslow, Carl Jung, these guys were very interested in what psychology can do to take a human being and turn him into a genius. And to take a genius and turn him into an extraordinary one. How many of us know the meaning of the verse, Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim? By show of hands, please. If I could just get Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Could I get any volunteer to tell me the meaning of Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim? Anyone in the audience? The hands all went down. Guide us to the right path, right? Guide us to the right path. But the word mustaqim, what if I told you that that has the single secret to allowing you to become anything and everything that you want? Mustaqim comes from the word istiqamah, steadfastness. And the mother of Chaudhry Zafrullah Khan Raziyallahu Anhu displayed that very thing. And the result, the whole world bore witness to. This is how steadfastness, when God is in the equation, turns into unstoppable divine force. Now, what's interesting to note is that the concept of istiqamat is alive today. Because the God that supports istiqamat is alive today. It deeply saddens me, and I'm sure a lot of us have been affected, when we hear, I can't do this. I'm not good enough. Yale is too hard. Jamia Ahmadiyya requires too much dedication. The University of Cambridge has standards that are beyond what I have to offer. Yet, every single one of the most successful people in the world found pleasure in pain. You know, we have the famous incident where Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu got an arrow stuck in his leg during a war. What did he say? He said, let me offer 2 nawafil and take it out so that I experience less pain. Back then, nobody could explain it. But in 1965, a branch of psychology opened up that said that if you believe strongly enough in another force, you can literally stop pain. Think about it. A mother gets her arm chopped off. She's in a lot of pain. She sees her child drop from 30 stories. That pain doesn't exist to her anymore. This is the secret to overcoming pain. Whether the pain is of getting up for Fajr prayer in the morning or studying consistently when your friends are going out. And I'd like to present just one principle today. One principle that can get you to the heights of your human experience, and that is what's floating on top of that man's hands. وَضْعُ شَيْءٍ فِي مَحَلِّهِ. The promised Messiah has said, istiqamat is to put something in its proper place at its proper time. He writes that if you can do this one thing, meaning that you see a cup that belongs in the dishwasher and it's dirty outside, and you put it there, then you are on Sirat al-Mustaqim. Because it starts a chain reaction. This. I want everybody please tonight to go home and try this one thing, or even start now. Every time you see something out of place, put it back where it belongs. It'll start a chain reaction, and it will make the angels of God your friends. And what does this mean? We are not ordinary people. See, we have the ability to make armies of angels our friends, and that is through istiqamat, just by putting the cup away at the right place, by eating at the right time, because this opens the doors to success. It's as simple as that. Imagine for 24 hours, if you tried doing that God promises that I send a succession of angels. He says, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَ اللَّهِ. Those people who say that our Lord is Allah. That lady, the blessed mother of Chaudhry Sahab, Raziallah, she said that my Lord is Allah, but he still died. Those boys still died. ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا. Then they remained steadfast. They put everything in its proper place no matter what. تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ. These are the people upon whom angels descend. And what do they say? نَحْنُ أَوْلِيَاؤُكُمْ فِي الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وَفِي الْآخِرَةِ. We are going to be your friends. Because look, your friends are going out. You want to go be with them. But you choose not to because you have priorities at that time. At that time of loneliness, at that time when you think that you don't have anyone, Allah out of His love sends angels to support you. And I'd like to finish with just a couple of examples. Ghulam Rasul Rajeki Sahib Raziallahu Anhu made angels his friend. A companion of the promised Messiah. This is really worth listening to, because this is something that each one of us can achieve if we want to. If we can just follow this one rule. One time he went to represent the promised Messiah, and when it was his turn to speak, there were various speakers of different religions. It was outside, and clouds had accumulated, so everyone started getting up to leave. And he put his hands up, and he started muttering something facing the sky. Now we all know God says when you pray, look down. So how could a great saint like that not know that rule, right? Lo and behold, the rain, just as soon as it started, it stopped and the clouds dispersed. So later they asked him, Maulvi Sahab, he wasn't very educated. What were you doing looking up at the sky, raising your hands? He said, I wasn't talking to God. I was not talking to God. He said, I was talking to the angels. And I said to them, look here, I have come to represent God's Messiah. And if you don't move these clouds right away, I will make a complaint to Him about you. This is what it means to have a relationship with the angels of God. And we think this is impossible. But the promised Messiah has guaranteed this one rule, وَضْعُ شَيْءٍ فِي مَحَلِّهِ. Can everyone say it once with me in Arabic? وَضْعُ شَيْءٍ فِي مَحَلِّهِ. Make this one thing your guiding principle. And we have 124,000 prophets, ladies and gentlemen, that have bore witness that you can change the entire world. If your dreams don't terrify you, they're not good enough. Because you have to dream so big that you're terrified. That's when you get to God and say, God, I can't do this. You need to do this. So each one of you guys, whether you want to become the best chef in the world, or you want to become the greatest lumberjack, or if you want to become the best son, or if you want to become like the prophets of God, it's all the same rule. I thank you very, very much for your time. I would like to just quote one Arabic idiom, that al-istiqamatu fawqa al-kirama. How many people here believe in miracles? The idea of a miracle. Honestly, if you don't believe in a miracle, don't put up your hand. See, when Moses split the sea, we agree, if that happened, it would be a miracle, right? But what happened? Moses was so used to putting everything in the right place at the right time, that when the time came, God put the right thing at the right place at the right time and caused the tide to move away from him. And Pharaoh, who didn't put things at the right place at the right time, but rather took away the rights of people, when he came to the same spot, the same geopolitical, geographic spot, that same water destroyed him. And this is what happens. That our turn to hoist the flag of excellence in the world is here. And 124,000 prophets' blood, sweat, and tears have gone into it. And this one rule will make us inheritors of 124,000 prophets. This is a victory that's promised to us. Try applying this, please, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you very much for your time. May God bless all of you. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alamin.